Hello, all you affordable travelers. Today, I will be giving you my opinion on whether or not a 3-day cruise is a good vacation option. So let's begin. Alrighty, so first of all, let's start with the reasons why I think Carnival might be a great affordable vacation option. First, it's basically as close as you can get to an all-inclusive resort without the alcohol if you don't purchase the alcohol package. The reason why I say that is because everything is included on the cruise. Your entertainment, your food, your drinks, your accommodation, and your transportation to the port. Usually that will cost you in excess of $3,000 for two people, let alone a family of four or six, or however large your family may be. So and it's just not Carnival, it's just in general, a 3-night cruise in my mind is more affordable because it covers everything you would need it to cover instead of you having to piece it together. The next reason why a Carnival cruise or a 3-day cruise is great for an affordable family vacation is because it requires less time off of work and less time off of school for the children. So in my instance, our children, we do not like to travel with them in the summer, and I'll get to that in a moment. The reason why we try to choose 3-day vacations or 3-day cruises that include a holiday. So we will check the calendar and see, what day do they have Veterans Day off? Or, we know Memorial Day is the last Monday in May. So we'll take it that time, or we'll try to schedule it around maybe the first day that they start spring break. That way they only have to take maybe a day off of school instead of 2, 4, 5, 7 days. As far as myself, for work, when I went in July, because I'm so close to the port, I was able to take a half a day on Friday, get to the ship, because most ships leave after 4 p.m. So if you're within enough time to drive to the port and you can make it there safely before boarding ends, then I would suggest doing a 3-day, because you can take a half a day on Friday and go on your cruise and come back on a half a day on Monday, and you should be able to get back to work on time, especially if you're close to the port. Another reason is that it is great for family groups. Now, family groups can be large and difficult to deal with. And if you know that your family has some issues where, Auntie Sarah don't want to be around Uncle John for too long, then a 3-day cruise would be perfect for that family reunion. It gives you just enough time to spend with your family and get to be around them without having to worry about the drama that comes when you spend too much time with your family or, friends or whoever it may be. And another reason why I feel like it's a great vacation and it's worth the cost is because of the cost. I mean, if you want to see how much I spent on my cruise in July, I'll link it up here. But to give you the short answer, the amount of money I spent on that weekend getaway, I would not be able to spend on any weekend getaway, even if it was just myself and my husband. Now, there are some cons to a 3-day cruise, no matter what the line. And the first con is this: if it's in the summer, it's a party cruise. Let's not kid ourselves. It's going to be a party cruise or a booze cruise, whichever way you want to call it. And that's why we choose not to do that with our children in the summer. When I went in July, it was the last weekend in July. Of course, it's going to have a lot more young people. And for the first time, I was a witness to a fight on a Carnival cruise. Now, it had nothing to do with the class of the people involved. It had nothing to do with the race of the people involved. It had everything to do with people's behaviors when they get drunk. And the idea that certain age groups feel like they are able to attack other age groups. The young person decided they wanted to attack an older person, and the older person wasn't having it. So it has more to do with manners and behavior and alcohol consumption than anything else. And no, I don't think Carnival needs to become unlimited. I wish all of the cruise lines had a limit, but that's not what we're talking about today. Another con to a 3-day cruise is the amount of time. There are so many activities on a cruise ship. Like, I love to go to the shows. I love the trivias, especially the music trivia. And this time I just did not get around to anything other than the comedy club. I mean, I did spend my time hanging out and drinking and talking to people and just enjoying myself at some of the different dance parties or whatever. But as far as the activities and the shows I usually like to see, I didn't get a chance to do it. So if you're a person who likes to do all the activities on a cruise ship, then 3 days is not for you. You would want to take a longer cruise. And the final con that I feel is the biggest one for the 3-day cruises is that some of the ships are not the big ones. So if you're a person who likes those big, gigantic floating, I guess like the Bellagio on water kind of situation, kind of ships, if that's for you, then yeah, they number one aren't going to do 3-day cruises. They typically don't. And you would want to steer away from a 3-day cruise. Other than that, overall, I feel like a 3-night cruise is a great way to, number one, get your foot in the door in cruising. Number two, to have an affordable, quick family vacation, or just a quick, if you want to call it, weekend getaway where you can relax and unwind and party. And if you don't want to party as hardy, then you don't have to. But just be aware that a lot of people on a 3-day cruise are there just for that, to party. They're interested in letting their hair down, partying for a weekend, and then being able to go home. Now, I would love to hear from you guys and find out whether or not you agree that a 3-day cruise is affordable vacation, or it's just a waste of time. Or if you've ever been on a 3-day cruise, what was your experience? Please leave your comments in the comment section below. And go ahead and enjoy this video. For more information about cruising with Carnival, have a great day.